Peace, family. Please. We're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. I don't see you niggas in the streets, man. Why you niggas not in the streets, man? It's not a rhetorical. I'm expecting an answer. The fuck you not in the streets, man? When niggas talk about change, making change, if change is not made and produced and concentrated on the street level, and it is not permanent, it is not going to be everlasting, and it is not rooted in longevity. Huh? If the change that you seek to make and inspire and influence, if you can't walk outside of your door and see that change in your neighborhood, then it is as if like you're pouring a smoothie in a cup. I got a hole in the bitch. You know what I mean? Sure, you can still drink it. You still get some. But the other side, you know, it's going to continue to fall. You might get some nutrients, some nutrition, but some of that sustenance and nutrition and value is going to be dispensed on the other side in waste. Because the change that you were trying to inspire and influence was not made on the street level. We got to get back on the block. Excuse me. Excuse me. We need to continue to pound the block like a lot of these brothers and organizations are doing. You understand? So, because if when you talk about making change and being a leader and influence, whatever the fuck you're trying to be, if it's in a revolutionary, pro-black, empowerment context, then, you know, the social media shit only gonna take us so far. One being the technology, the platform, the companies are not controlled by us. And then these companies, they get integrated with the CIA or FBI, and they get integrated within the platform. So it's like, you know, just realistically, it's not, you know, wise to keep all our juice and our feng shui all on the social media platform. We got to be able to do this and spread this information on the street level, on the ground. Do a test, do an experiment. You do your own social experiment. Your community. Just walk outside, see how many people in your hood, in your neighborhood, see how many people can relate to you with all this comedic science, ancient African proverbs and principles and science. It's all this great wisdom and, you know, study. See how many people are going to be able to relate to that. And therefore, if the change that you were trying to inspire is not a change that your greater community, the larger community, are feeling, then what you are is just an instigator and inspirer of your own agenda. You an agent for yourself. Well, goddamn. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna spill some. I'm tripping. Spill some lentils on my forces, y'all. Anyway, but yeah, you an agent of your own agenda. That ain't changed. How you gonna want to say you want to build a whatever African-centered community, a school, when the people in the community, that very neighborhood, they haven't been made to see the benefit, the value of an African-centered education and learning center in their environment. So even though, you know, your wants and your agenda, your goal, your desire, whatever you're trying to push, might be rooted in, you know, something that's needed. It might be rooted in being genuine. But at the same time, if things happen in stages and steps. And if the larger community, the same neighborhood that you're trying to build that school in, if they don't see the value in that, if the necessary groundwork hasn't been done to get those people to understand the value, then what you are doing, you are not for the community, you are not for the people. You're really for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting when we see these internet and social media influencers, and we kind of, you know, position them as leaders and such, but the work is on the ground. The work is on the ground. The work is on the ground. I'm gonna say it again. The work is on the ground. The work is in the soil. The work is in your neighborhood. The work is right in your district. The work is right there. You feel me? The work is right there. The people is in your neighborhood, in your apartment complex, in your projects. Your projects, your community, your whatever, wherever you live, Jack. That's where the change is, and that's where you are needed. You could be effective and valuable. This thing got this alarm on, but it's all gravy though. That's just what I really wanted to say, man. The change that we're trying to inspire starts on the ground. It starts in the street. If you're trying to inspire change, you start in your motherfucking neighborhood. You start in your apartment complex. You start wherever. You build a relationship. We already know it's knuckleheads. We already know, everybody ain't on that path and that wavelength. But at the same time, hey, how you doing? What's up? Or helping somebody take their trash to the trash can. If you're a youth or whatever, you know what I'm saying. That goes a long way. You feel me? Just doing little things, getting to know people's names. That shit goes a long way. If you also are connected to people who are connected to donations and resources. Basically, just knowing when you're finally able to build a rapport, at least a speaking rapport with your community, now you can kind of, you're in a better position to service them and their needs. See if they need anything. You know what I'm saying? Because it's you could just go up to niggas and be like, hey, you need this, you need that. But at the same time, that could come off as, kind of condescending, or, like you talking down. Like, nigga, what the fuck you mean I need something? Nigga, do I look like I need something? And then, we got a pride about ourselves anyway, but the larger picture, what I'm getting at, is that once you are able to go outside your house and speak to anybody who's on your street, your block, and comfortably, then you are a catalyst. You are a unique, integral catalyst for change in your very own community. And if you talking all this fly shit, this science shit, this black unity, black empowerment, black whoop-de-doo, and you don't have a rapport with the niggas in your own apartment complex or your own street, your own neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to take you serious, bruh. It's going to be very hard to take you serious, you know what I'm saying? And that's just real shit, Like I said, change. How can we do change, make change, and spread ideas over social media, but we not on the ground? When we leave the social, when we unplug from the matrix and we go step outside to the real world, we not living that in which we practice, that in which we preach. You know, especially those of us who have ideas and we got information and intellect that kind of exceeds the resources that we have and the facilities that we have to further explore our information and further conduct original research. Then that should have come in time. But right now, we talking about something motherfucking me out. Right now, we talking about getting affecting change on the block. It's only so much we can do on social media, but when we plug off, go outside, and we not practicing any of that shit that we spewing on these motherfucking networks, then that's an issue. You's an agent. Whether if you an agent for the federal government or you an agent for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You an agent of negativity, of unproductivity. It was a motherfucking me agent of mess, of being messy, of being petty. You an agent of drama, of chaos, and you was an agent of imbalance. Nigga, you carcinogenic. Nigga, you're toxic. Nigga, you niggas out here is toxic than the motherfucker. You're acting like you're alkaline, but no, nigga, you're acidic. You need to be detoxed. We need to flush you niggas like you was a colon, like you was a prostate, nigga, and flush you out of here. You a parasite. You not righteous. Y'all not for the people. Y'all are for self. Y'all are for your own indoctrination. You were basically emulate or simulating, experimenting, your own indoctrination. The ideas that have been planted by other people inside of your head, you were now expressing what you truly been wanting to do all this whole time. So it's very important that we don't use this black. If you ain't about black empowerment, like for real, nigga, then don't even talk that shit, bro. Like, I swear to God, don't even talk that shit if you not like about this shit in real life seriously. Then it's very different, many ways to get on, to get attention, to be famous, to get clout, to get recognized, to be relevant, to get attention. Whatever you're trying to do, there's many ways to do that. Don't prey on a community, on a group of people who are hurt, who are grieving, who are mourning, who are traumatized, who are ill, who are sick, who are looking to heal, who are scared, who are confused, who are blinded, who have been made ignorant, who have been formed, who have been oppressed on very many levels and various dimensions in many different contexts. Nigga, we been motherfucking me, goddamn me, condition, whatever the fuck I just said, we've been that, okay? And I'm saying, how could you prey on people like that and be a predator and see that these people are putting themselves in a place where they're dependent on you, whether that is for inspiration, motivation, whatever. That's not necessarily your fault that they did that, but at the same time, when it has became denounced to you that you have this ethos, you have this power, now you have a responsibility, my friend. And our responsibility is to walk upright, to be righteous, to be benevolent, to be to manage your energy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talk about y'all chakra niggas. I ain't even a chakra nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the information. I appreciate the understanding. But as far as letting that be the whole context of my understanding and how I relate to energy and myself and my path, that's not the only piece of information I use when I engage in these conversations and this understanding. But for you people who are that, for the part of the community who do live and breathe that chakra and energy shit, How could you do that? How could you sit there and do it? Well, first off, I know how you can because you niggas is scammers. You niggas is scammers. You niggas is scammers. Y'all not about the people. Y'all really want to be celebrities in this motherfucker, which is very distasteful because we look up to y'all motherfucker. And it's a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? Even for myself, because I looked up to a lot of these motherfuckers. But through time progress and we just seeing shit for what it really is, we just sit back and it's like, damn, this nigga's really on the ground.